Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Again, my name is Linda Miares. I'm Director of Admission at Birchwood. Thank you for joining us for our final session, which is on character development and our signature programs. We're going to hear about opportunities available to all the students through these unique programming. Once again, we'll start with a short video presentation as an introduction to both areas.
There are three things you need to know about our character development program in grades 5 through 8. Number one is its necessity. I think I'm not saying anything to surprise you that the success that a person has in life, in all the avenues of their life, is as much based on the kind of person they are, the character they have, as it is their intelligence or their body of knowledge. So to pay very careful and disciplined attention to the cultivation of good character is a necessity in grades 5 through 8. Secondly, we do this, number one, by teaching, and we teach children great character through stories primarily. It's not surprising that every human being lives their life by the stories that they've seen and heard, beginning with the home life through mom, through dad, brothers and sisters, extended family. And when you go to school, you watch the lives of other people. And through literature and movies and great quotation, the children begin to have their eyes opened on what is a great person, what is a virtuous person, what is a person of wonderful character. They take those stories in and digest them over time. They're not going to learn them like they would mathematics, but it's something that is in their mind, planted as a seed that can affect them all through their life. The second piece is what we call training, or the actual practice, because good character is the accumulation of habits. And habits are only formed over time, where you practice and practice and practice and practice. So at school, we keep very high standards of our academics. I think that's well attested to, and our behavioral models. So we create a culture of what's expected of students. And so you practice hard work, you practice perseverance, you practice diligence, you have to practice self-control, you have to practice compassion and justice toward others. That creates the whole culture that we have. And through this, unlike academics, which you're learning bodies of knowledge and then being tested on them, it's something that's getting into the children, and it affects them and affects how they live. And what we see over and over again is by the time children have gone through these 8 years, something has formed. We've created some momentum in their hearts to become good, virtuous people of high character.
Signature programs at Birchwood School supplement our daily classroom efforts to fulfill our mission, which is to equip children to lead a becoming life, growing, thriving, and flourishing through the development of intellect and character. These programs epitomize and enrich the work of our mission by providing authentic experiences in subject disciplines, opportunities that raise the ceilings of achievement, opportunities that expand the boundaries of intellectual pursuits that lead to self-discovery and self-efficacy, standards of excellence in performance and industry, and challenges which inspire students. Signature programs feature prominently in each subject. In reading, the Junior Great Books program is open for kindergarten through 5th grade, as is the Avid Readers Club. 6th through 8th graders can participate in the Great Books Roundtable. Reading classes are also used to train students in performance and public speaking, with a poetry show by each grade and a speech fest for 7th and 8th graders. In math, there's Math Olympiad for grades 4 through 8, Continental Mathematics League for 2nd through 8th grade, Noetic Learning Math for grades 2nd through 6th, Math Counts for grades 6th through 8th, and Wood Math Toolboxes for all grades. In social studies, National History Day, the only academic competition sponsored by the U.S. government, is available to our 6th through 8th graders. In language arts, kindergarten through 3rd grades participate in the PBS Kids Writers Contest. Students 1st through 4th grades can enter writing contests for Spider Magazine, and 5th through 8th grades can enter for Cricket Magazine. Our students also participate in the Scholastic Writing Awards, Power of the Pen, and Letters About Literature. In science, opportunities abound with participation in numerous local and state-level science fairs, including the Broadcom Masters. Students from both our elementary and middle school levels can enter National Chemistry Week and Ohio Science Olympiad. Some of our signature programs are sponsored by national organizations. Others are Birchwood innovations. Each program adds a distinctive dimension to our educational experience. At Birchwood School of Hawken, every child is becoming a reader, writer, scientist, historian, critical thinker, and creative problem solver. Very few schools offer all of their students all of these opportunities.
Great video, thank you. Joining me to answer some questions that we have that have come in about these programs are Joe Parrino. You heard his voice on the video, but he's one of our 5th through 8th grade history teachers. And then, of course, joining us again, Mr. Charles Debelak, the head of school, and also a 5th through 8th grade math teacher. I have several questions to pose to you, but if you have any further questions, please submit them now through the Q&A function at the bottom of your screen. The first question, Mr. Parrino, if you could answer,
Sure.
the question is, are the signature programs and contests held during school hours or after school clubs? And I know that depends a lot on which one it is, but maybe if you could talk a little bit about one you know very well, the History Day, being a history teacher, that'll give us an idea. Thanks.
It is one I know very well. This is the 6th year I've helped to coach the History Day teams, and it is supplemental to our curriculum at Birchwood, but it is not a sideshow, as I think could be said of all the signature programs, which means that we make time for it during our school day. Especially in the weeks and months leading up to when things are due or when there's some kind of competition, we will dedicate huge chunks, if not the whole class, to giving the students the time they need. You know, these are programs that really don't shortcut the experience. We want to immerse the students in the learning. So we will give them time in school. And of course, things spill over. So sometimes there are impromptu times arranged after school to work together with teachers and students, and then there's a number of other of our signature programs that will meet regularly after school, and so we just try to structure both our school day and times after school to allow the students to participate in all of these.
Great, thank you. And the question, we do have a question, Mr. Debelak, if you would, about the character development. What curriculum is the character development based on and who leads it?
Well, it's not really a curriculum as much as it is an awareness of what we call natural virtues. And that's, you know, when you're disciplining your children, you tell them to say thank you and please, and ask how to ask people for things that you want. So in the same way, we use the Aristotelian natural virtues: courage, self-control, compassion, justice, humility, gratitude, and wisdom as a framework. And then from that framework, you're teaching the same types of things over and over again, only deeper in the reasoning that's behind them. So it's unlike a math curriculum where you go from addition to subtraction and so forth. There's no scope and sequence for teaching character. It's just helping children to appreciate the beauty of wonderful lives lived virtuously. So I could walk into a first grade class and teach a lesson on courage and make it applicable to them. And then I can teach an 8th grade class in the morning on the same lesson on courage and make it applicable to them.
Great, thank you. One question too was about in particular, Ben Franklin program that you have. Can you talk a little bit about that, which grades that is with?
Yeah, it's primarily 8th grade, but it's also has a part in 7th grade. And it's Ben Franklin, called the Ben Franklin Initiative, because we try to emulate what Ben Franklin did when he was a teenager. And that is, he set himself up. He wanted to become a strong person, a strong character, accomplished, a contributor to his world that he lived in. And so every month he set up a goal of how he wanted to change his behavior, from learning frugality to learning compassion. And he spent the whole month doing it. And he got good at one virtue at a time. And by the next month, he forgot the first virtue and started to practice the second virtue. The point of the story being, it was his effort to become a better person that made him one of the most profound American in our history. It isn't that you attain those things by doing something and suddenly you have courage or suddenly you're compassionate. It's something you learn and you keep learning, but you set your heart on becoming a better person. And so, that's at the core of this Ben Franklin Initiative. Is we don't want them to fail, but they probably will. But to have a heart to become a better person.
Great, thank you. And of course, it's difficult to encapsulate these two wonderful programs that are really baked into what we do every day here at Birchwood School, but we wanted to give a little bit of an overview of those. If we weren't able to answer your question today, we will follow up afterwards with an answer as well. But at this time, we do have to wrap up the webinar for the day. We want to thank everyone for taking the time to be with us this afternoon. We hope you found the introduction to Birchwood informative and helpful. If any other questions come up afterwards, please feel free to reach out to us at any time at admission@birchwoodschool.org. Again, we're currently accepting applications for the 2021-2022 school year. The link to the online application system, along with information on due dates, screening dates, and the flexible tuition program, will be included in your follow-up email and may also be accessed at any time through our website at birchwoodschool.org. Our admission team and myself look forward to connecting directly with your family in the future to determine how Birchwood School of Hawken might fit with your academic plans for your child and how we may partner with your family to unleash your child's potential. So please enjoy the rest of your evening. I hear there's a football game on, I believe, so we again thank you for taking this time out of your Sunday to be with us. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye-bye.